Hello, I'm Rebecca and I'm a physiotherapist. I know some of you as well through Music for Memory, which I come to on a Thursday afternoon with my mother Dilys Willis. Today I want to work on a little bit more movement in the upper body here and the lumbar area, and then we'll do some for the lower limbs as well. But to start with, I'm going to make sure we've got that good sitting position. Just before we do that, as with Music for Memory, we always start with, here we are again, happy as can be, and I hope you will be. So, remembering that good sitting position we mentioned before, feet flat on the ground, knees hip distance apart, back of the thighs supported well using the chair, perhaps a small cushion in the small of your back to help support that. Shoulders set back and down, and then the head so that the weight of the head falls through the shoulders. Do you remember those dangly earrings? You're wanting them to fall onto the top of the shoulders. So in that good seated position, feeling the weight nice and evenly through both buttocks, I want us to do some movements of the thorax. The thorax is this area, has the ribs which basically protect your life forces, the lungs and the heart. This area doesn't move as much as the neck and the low back, but it is designed to move a little. So we want to maintain that movement, and we're going to do what's called some rotation. So start with the arms crossed gently here, and all you're going to do is, keeping your knees and hips facing forward, you're just going to turn your upper body with your head and eyes to one side. Come back through the middle and repeat to the other side. Do this at your own speed, holding it at the extreme for a few counts before you come back through the middle and turn the other way, keeping nice and tall as you do it. Thoracic rotation is important when we come to walking. We need a little bit of that turning ability. And also, it's going to help improve getting the air into the lungs. Lovely. And back to the middle. Now we're going to do a little bit to loosen up the sides here. This is called side flexion, and it particularly works the lumbar area, but also a little bit of the thorax too. So from that good sitting position, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, front of the shoulders nicely back, you're just going to bend down to one side as though reaching to the floor with that hand. Just going as far as you can. You'll feel a pull on one side, and even may feel a restriction on the side you're bending to. Come back up and try that down to the other side. Lovely. And again, up through the middle, nice and tall as we go, and then bend down, reaching down as far as you can, and up you come. Lovely. Now this time, as we bend to the other side, if you want to, add a little bit more of a stretch down the opposite side by reaching upwards with your arm towards the ceiling if you can go that far, and then leaning over like a banana shape. And then gently bring the arm down, back through the centre, and reach down to the side. Lovely. Again, bring that arm gently up as high as you can, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then bend it over, making a banana shape. Lovely. And back down. Let's just repeat that once more, both sides. So as you reach up with the arm, you'll feel a pull on that side, lift lifting the rib cage up a little bit more, back down and come to the centre. Lovely. It's worth doing both that thoracic rotation and that side bend, doing about 8 to each side, and you can do it 2 or 3 times a day. I now want to introduce some movements for the lower limbs. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see me better, hopefully. So in your same supported tall position, you can afford to let your bottom shift a little further forward in the chair, and then allow one leg to straighten slightly at the knee. And just rest with your heel on the ground. Now from this position we're going to work the foot and ankle to loosen that up. So just gently bring the foot first of all up in one direction and then point the toes down to the opposite direction. So you're just bringing first of all the toes up as high as you can and then pointing them down. Do this one gently, feeling the movement